Okay. What we got going on? We were working on this. We were working on this dude. Side shield bash, extra sensory. Where should we go do that? Come on, Jesus. Where did I get all this? Oh, that's right. We threw away a bunch of pokes. I remember. Don't really want to use this guy. Clefable's all tinned up. I don't really want to use them on these. Probably not going to be using. You know what? I'll do Big March. We'll get Big March up. Big Marge will be the most powerful weird horse ever. There. What? Do I really have to go over here and do this? I just want to move Big Marge up here. That's all. That's all. Ooh, these look tasty. I've never noticed these before. Alright, we're ready for adventure. Outbreak, you say. We over here? And I already have that, don't I? Pretty sure. Oh boy. Something made a noise. What the heck was that? Howdy, Limo. How you doing? What made that noise? Everything that usually makes noise is muted. I don't know what that was. This is... No, no. It's not a happy bean. Yeah. Gross. You'd think I'd maybe become acclimated to this, but no. It's still gross. All right. Strong and agile. Extrasensory side shield dash. How's Limo doing today? Enjoying some Power Wash Simulator. Did you get back into that? Oh, that's right. You got it on Switch. I remember. Great. Now it's just mad. Now it's just mad. Pain? No pain. Howdy, Crystal Phoenix. How do you do? Avoided? What do you mean, avoided? I can do that too. I can avoid attacks all day. I'm doing pretty well. Oof. I did not do much, but that's fine. It's gonna be a busy day. Howdy, Bobby. Slightly shorter stream than normal today. On the count of I got board game day today. So we're finishing an hour early. And I can get the house ready for guests. And then get my ass kicked at board games all day. Forget what we do. I don't think we actually took any damage, but we got a bunch of things checked. Okay, that didn't hurt very bad. Barely hurt at all. Graveler's just gonna walk away. Ow. What's everybody up to this weekend? Anything special? We're just chilling out. Just relaxing. Nothing wrong with that. That is my preferred weekend activity. Now, it was snowing a minute ago, and now it's raining. Do I need to do 6 more on those? Already? Wow. Okay, that's good. That's good. Then you can start using strong moves. Very strong. Much strength. This is my least favorite thing. Getting my pokes paralyzed or drowsied ruins my turn economy. Pretty sure we're done with agile moves now. Probably stand to switch to strong moves. Does nothing. They're almost all drowsy now. This one's about to die. Totally gonna do that. Yeah, no, it did iron defense, but it's probably gonna get another attack, and then it's gonna do the thing. No, okay. Now they're all sleeping. That hurt. It's fine. Nice. Drowsy never kicked in. Oh. Just do this. Take a little rest. And let's do this a little more strategically. Is there anybody that wants to be beaten up with Psychic? That's Fairy. Ice. These are all done. Nope. 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 Grass is done. Fighting type is done already. Ground is done already. Water type, fighting type. Electric. Fire. Fire. Fighting. Ghost. Water. Ground. Rock. Fighting. A lot of fighting. A whole lot of fighting and a lot of electric too, which we've already done. Dark. We may not find what we're looking for. Ice. Dagron. Grass. Fire. Ice. Ground. A lot of ground too. Poison. No, we don't know anybody that wants to be beat up by Psychic. So, that's fine. Let's just continue what we're doing then. Keep it up, sweetie. I kind of feel like maybe we should just go ahead and open up that final area. Assuming it is the final area. That's good. We needed those to jump out at us. No, not you. We might go do some story stuff. At this point, I wouldn't mind having the whole map available, so I can just go and do whatever I want with all the pokes. I feel like we can make better dex progress that way. So maybe we should do that. I don't know. Should probably have a better team than this, but you know, it's maybe this thing coming up's really weak to psychic. Maybe. Maybe we'll get destroyed. Only one way to find out. These things, we don't care about those. We care about those. Leave me alone. I'm trying to do other stuff. Fine. You could have lived. You could have just gone on with your life and not bothered me. But this is the way you wanted it. Now, where did it go? There it is. Oh, dang it. And it's gone. Whatever. Hey, here's another one. Man, these things can see for 1,000,000 miles. With me, those see-through walls. Oh, it's irritating. I wish they wouldn't. Stop seeing me. Just stop it. I want that for sure. Nice. What the hell is that? Stop. There's a ton of them down here. And by a ton, I mean 3. Four, maybe. Oh God, why? Why? I got a clear view above the ground, but it wants to throw it at the hillside. Well, that one's gone. That's lame. Now look. So... either it's back or that's another one. A more different one. Nope, now it's gone. Ah, man, just let me be sneaky. There was one over here. I guess it's gone. Big deal. See you later. Everybody's very, very angry at me again. Alright, what are we fighting over here? Better not be poison, because I think these guys are pretty weak to poison. Probably won't matter. Okay. Alright, this is like my least favorite character in the game so far. Welcome to Moonbury, seat of Lord Electrode. That's right. I know I've not exactly been supportive of you reaching this place, but a part of me did hope you'd make it. Call me contradictory all you like, galaxy grunt, but such is life. Embracing the complexity of both ourselves and the world can only help us grow. As a member of the Diamond Clan, my highest calling is to please Almighty Sinnoh. And right now, that means I must protect my lord by stopping you where you stand. If you still wish to defeat me and gain into the Electro seat, you and your little Pokemon are welcome to give it your best shot. I really don't like this character. Okay, this is gonna suck. Okay, well, up against 3, and they're perfectly suited to just annihilate me. So that's good. No effect. That's good. This is exactly the wrong set of pokes for this. Alright, Moon Blast. Okay, thankfully it's, even though it's super effective, it's still not doing a lot of damage. Just because they're super weak pokes. There. Thankfully I had this guy. Let's make one thing clear. I didn't lose. What? You may have won, but there's a difference. That doesn't make any sense at all. I just like time. Yeah, I'm afraid there simply wasn't enough time for me to raise my Pokemon nice and strong. Could this be why Adamant is always going on and on about time being a precious thing? My word, the Diamond Clan and Almighty Sinnoh truly are never-ending fountains of wisdom. I know what comes next. You want to know what pleases Lord Electrode, so you can make some bombs for it. I'm afraid I won't be able to help you, because I have completely forgotten what Electrode likes. Wow, this is really the worst possible warden they could have chosen. What's that matter? What's the matter? Upset? Too bad anger doesn't make bomb. Melly's really giving you the runaround, isn't he? Guess it's my fault for not telling you in advance what Electrode likes. No, don't do it. Don't tell him. I'm so mad. What now? Could hear you just now, you know. Are you really going to tell this little noodle what he needs to find? Just like that? Lest we all forget, you're the leader of the Diamond Clan. Why do you bother with these galaxy louts? Use your eyes, Melly. Haven't you even looked at your frenzy lord? Don't you feel even a twinge at how it suffers, fighting to control the energy that's bursting out of it? Yeah, there's only like 62 weeks. You got plenty of time. See nothing but a Pokemon overcome with joy at being among Almighty Sinnoh's chosen. Anyway, it's not like trials or suffering are always cause for doom and gloom. These things exist to help us grow. I'm sorry, Mel. Can't write off these frenzies as some trial from Almighty Sinnoh. That's why I'm doing the best I can to help out me. This is bigger than what team clan we belong to. By the way, I wasn't just going to tell him what he needs, crunchy salt. I was going to go right ahead and give it to him. Now it's time to make some bombs, so lend a hand. Both of you. I would just prefer Melly to just go away, thanks. At the end of the day, let none say that the great Melly shirked his duties as a warden. I'll help you make your stupid, ugly bombs. Made you practically infinite supply of bombs. Oh, you like it. Like, he had time to make an infinite supply of bombs. He had that much time. Don't underestimate my lord's strength. Very much doubt the likes of you quite. Alright, we'll go quell this lord right after I take a quick break. Be right back. Alright, back. So, even knowing you're doomed to fail, you still wish to pit yourself against Electra. I'm ready. Let's do it. You've a great deal more pluck than you have sense, I'll give you that. Word of advice, don't stop moving while you're battling. You'll be dead in no time. Is he in that tree? He made a bunch of little babies. And then he killed them. He's mad. I don't want this thing chasing me. These things chasing me. Okay, that sucked. Oof, okay. Okay. How do I get away from these things? Whoa! That's too close, my friend. You. For no real reason. Honey hamster. Yeah, we're doing some of this now. Let's just do this. Boom blasting. Wow. Okay. Does this thing ever go away? Oh, good. Nope. Shoot. How do I get rid of these? Crap. Move. Move, I'm stuck in the corner! It's too late. Ah, my goodness. Everything went black. Dead. Yes. Continue that. Keep. Because this is an annoying one. Just dust myself off and get back up. How do I... Oof, God dang. Wow. All you can do is just run. There. Eat your food. Well, I didn't make infinity of those bombs. Melon made infinity of those bombs, apparently. Because he has that kind of time. Come on, no, he's my friend. Tap plates. Don't tell me with the essence of electricity. Using a certain Pokemon allows that Pokemon to gain the power of the electric type. For shame, what utter calamity. I agreed to make those accursed bombs, yes, but now that Almighty Sinnoh's precious blessing has vanished forever, it's just so unbearably sad. Why don't you, like, go crawl into a hole in a river or something? Is that how you see it? Electrode looks relieved to me. Glad its suffering ended, probably. Oh, come on. Seriously? That's just your wishful thinking. Nothing more. I think if I was the leader of this clan, I'd be picking a new warden for this dude. Because this guy's ass. All your preaching doesn't ruffle me one bit. But if Almighty Sinnoh grows angry with me because of this, I don't know what I'll do. I arrived right on schedule. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Now what did you bother coming back for? Are we gonna have to interact with this dude ever again? The melon dude or whatever his name is? I wanted to say that I recalled some things after Lothar did me the honor of traveling with. Things to do with the world where I believe I lived before my memories. Most people there caught Pokemon, lived with them, formed supportive partnerships with them. And then there were the Pokemon trainers. The ones we call Pokemon trainers were truly devoted to their craft. They always looked towards the next challenge and had Pokemon battles every chance they got. All to help themselves and their Pokemon grow. Through battle, trainers forged bonds of understanding with their Pokemon, and with their opponents and their Pokemon too. With everything, I suppose. If Pokemon and people work together, we can forge new paths forward. A wonderful world of competitive pet gladiator battles will be lost to history if we go on believing only Pokemon can be strong, or if we go on fearing them instead of understanding. Interesting. Was your world like you can go describe to? Sure was. I totally remember everything. Never have thought such a world could exist. Once again, the brilliant Warden Melly has realized something rather clever. Can't spell competitive without pet. It's not just my Pokemon need to be strong, it's me as well. The greater my valor and might, the more my Pokemon can reach their potential. Wonder if Almighty Sinnoh will be pleased once I've achieved exactly that. You should go and do that, and never bother me again. Share with me again the wisdom of Almighty Sinnoh passed down among our clan. Alright. Open your ears and shut that big mouth. Listen well. Give not into sorrow, give not into anger. Offer only friendship to those around you. Give not into sorrow, not into anger. Bring not Almighty Sinnoh to sorrow. Bring not Almighty Sinnoh for what? For that is when time's flow will cease. I'm rereading things I ought not to be rereading. And there you have it. Sweet. Please, Oliver, do your best. Run towards the destination, and even higher state. Of course, your higher state is cleared. It surely lies in the next Lord. Now, this time, I really will make the complete return trip to Jubilee. Perhaps with someone like you to show me that Pokemon need not be feared. The people of Hisui will find new tracks for them. Now, begging your pardon, I owe Commander Kamado my report. Until next time, bye! Can we find a way to honor our past while also forging a better future? Maybe that's what Almighty Sinnoh really wants from us. After all, it rules over all time, and it created everything there is. Be ready to show your eyes, Galaxy Grunt. I'm going to polish up both myself and Electrode until our strength and brilliance are blind. Brrr, let's never talk to that person again, please. Progress time, aka dialogue time. Yay. Dialogue, more like borderlog. Yeah, it's not the first one of those I've gotten. I got one of those a few episodes ago, a few sessions ago. I need to feed it. Got one of these too. Found another one of these. Okay. Yep, time to report to Commander What's-Face. It's gonna be potato mochi time. Potato mochi. $8,000, sure, whatever. I'll take it. It's expensive, but salt cakes. I'll take salt cakes. I don't need that leaf from Printed Rock. For sure, I don't. Okay, let's go talk to Dude. This is not where Dude is. So Lord Melly believes that the frenzies in his Pokemon is some sort of trial set by Almighty Sin. He sounds like an idiot. We cannot know if that is the case or not, but it does beg the question. Why ever would this Almighty Sinnoh drive the nobles to frenzy? Is it angered by something? Does it seek to drive a wedge between people and Pokemon? Or does it not care at all, and this is completely coincidental? Far be it from us humans to fathom the thoughts of the Pokemon. What is that space-time rift anyway? What caused it to open? But you must be tired. Go on then to the Wallflower. Get some rest while you can. I don't even know what that is. I've instructed Benny to prepare you the finest potato mochi. Yay, potato mochi. The best potato mochi. Not just run-of-the-mill potato mochi. The best. Dinner's on Kamado tonight. Each fill. Oh, look, there's a character we haven't seen in 100 years. What an enticing aroma. My appetite just went through the roof. Quite a change from the commander's usual preaching about tightening our belts until things grow more stable. Well, I've heard talk that our progress surveying Pokemon has made gathering ingredients a less onerous or at least less dangerous task. It's almost like a fairy tale, isn't it? How you've fallen to us from the sky and gone on to help the people of Pizzu so much. Indeed, taking on such perilous duties has earned you a great deal of trust. It's like I always say, behavior is a mirror that reflects one's true nature. You let your actions do the speaking for you, because you never say anything, and the message is clear as day. Doesn't matter one whit where you come from. You're part of the Survey Corps and Jubilife Village now. That's what eating potato mochi sounds like. You just clink a bunch of dishes together. The next day... Isn't it nice getting up early? Is it? It's not as if getting up early changes what you can do with the day. Actually, it does. Getting up early gives you so much more time during the day to get things done. Yes, it does. It opens up possibilities, such as responding to Commander Kamado's invitation today in a timely manner. Well, I got the same invitation, and I had to wake up even earlier than you to run all the way here for it. Exactly. Come on, no need to grouse so much over a nice little early wake. I'm team wake up early. You coming too? I'm sure we all can guess what the commander wants. But yes, do come. Galaxy Hall is quite close anyway. Let's go. You've now quelled the frenzy of 4 nobles. Wasn't easy. Where did these frenzies arrive from all over history? I feared what would become of us, but here we are, already preparing to quell the final noble. Who would... Has she always had those floaties on her arms? Who would have dreamed some stranger who tumbled out of the sky would be our salvation? Life never does stop surprising me. The only lord left to be quelled is Avalug, which lives in the Alabaster Islands. He is also the largest of the nobles, according to what Irida told me. Irida, whatever. Is that her name? Okay. Your mission is to quell Avalug, the final lord. Perhaps in doing so, we may trigger some change in the space-time rift as well. Excuse me. Avalug may be the Pearl Clan's noble, but my clan and the Galaxy team will have to step up to resolve this too, for the sake of a brighter future. Then let us all meet in the cold reaches of the Alabaster Islands. Until then, are you going to put on more appropriate clothes for these islands? No matter how many of these frenzied Pokemon you may quell, the fact remains that you are a stranger to our world. You're not welcome here. No small number of people still regard you with suspicion, distrust. But most you can hope for is to gain the trust of as many as possible. To do that, you must prove yourself through your actions. Right, because I haven't done enough already. Uh-oh. Silene's got a problem. Are you okay? Oh no, it's a Wurmple. Teleport this Wurmple outside at once. She doesn't like bugs, I guess. So you're okay. We're just not gonna talk about that, I guess. You survey the Alabaster Islands. It's the most treacherous climb you'll face in all of Zoo. Would not be an exaggeration to say that you might be the only one among the Survey Corps I can task with surveying the islands. You know your orders. See your mission through. I knew my orders. Why are you sitting there talking to me? A bit of help from Blissey. That's one we needed. Pippi of the Supply Corps is a kindly Pokemon called Blissey. Saved her from a sticky situation. Speak with Pippa about this incident. Do your utmost to be that. There are no other requests. None. Alright. I can't... Oh, you've got something? Oh, your sister's missing again, is she? I'm afraid the day has finally come. This day Wanda couldn't even find her way back from the Obsidian Fieldlands right on her own doorstep. It's practically her own backyard, right? She should know her way around, so I'm worried something happened to her. Really appreciate some help from you and that Ursaluna. Use the scent from Wanda's raggedy old kerchief and search her out. Wanda has to be somewhere out there in the field. Okay. Perfect. Alright, you. Hello again. Would you do me a quick little favor? Sure. Don't worry, it's very simple. It's extremely complicated. Could you bring me 100 medicinal leeks? Silence. What? These leeks are well known for growing practically all over the region. They're also called Wayfarer's friends. Knowing you, I bet you could gather 100 of them in your sleep. I probably already have. Once you have 100 medicinal leeks, you can spare it for me. Please do bring them on by. Oh, no. I have to gather 100 more. Perfect. A 100 won't do. It has to be 100 more. Okay. Or maybe I can just grab them and put them in my pack. Maybe that'll be good. Okay, that's good to know. Anybody working in these side passages? Creepy child. Okay. Just need him on my inventory. We will try that. I'm sure we can spare 100. Oh my gosh. Everybody wants things. Stop wanting. Never. Never you will. Grr. He's mad. Oh dear customer, I'm sorry you had to see that. I've got a name. I asked Tahua to supply me some new goods, but he simply won't do business with me. Truly hate to keep him posing like this, but would you please try to make him see reason? You'll do well to bring him a token of goodwill. Perhaps some sand radishes. 3 of them. What would be an interesting thing to do? Let's see, how can we keep the player engaged with side quests? I know. Let's redo the same side quest 10 times with slightly different items together. No, that's not right either. It needs a special extra something. But what? Oh, nice timing as always. I could use your help again coming up with some new hairstyle. I bet another wall here. Now, I bet I could get inspiration from a different Pokemon this time. Pokemon like, yeah, Curly. Can't remember how it looks like exactly, but I'm pretty sure it has a real distinct style. I study one up nice and close. I better get me past this block. Nice catch one. Bring it here, cuz. Okay. Not this one. Although I don't think she takes it. I think she just looks at it. You can look at this one. Kind of get that feeling when your hair sways around you while you're dancing. It's the best. That's the sort of hairstyle I want to go for. Now, how to gather up the hair right away? Where should it be let down? I got it. That's what I'll do. Boy, I owe you. Thanks to you and this weird thing, I've got ideas for new hairstyles and new colors like no one's ever seen. Come by anytime. Try them out yourself. Alright, new styles. Let's check out our new styles. Spend $500 on new styles. No. That's okay. No. No. Ooh, fancy. No. No. Let's do fancy. Why not? It doesn't tell you which ones are new. Sure. Got it, fella. Here. I'll cut your hair until more hair is added. Not a bad look. Thanks for coming. It wasn't worth 500 Pokebucks, but... Yeah, I also paid before the haircut. Drop by again anytime I need 500 Pokebucks. Sure thing. Alright, what you got going on? The color of your clothing can make all the difference in the world, don't you think? You think? Absolutely. Bet you would like to dress up in your favorite color. I am dressed up in my favorite color. I want to make clothing in new colors, but I can't get a hold of the right material. You have red shards, blue shards, and green shards. Would you kindly give them to me? One of each. Do I have one of each? No. Not on me. I've come up with a perfect pickle recipe thanks to Geodude. Aren't you curious? Not really. Oh, come on. Don't be such a spoil sport. Help me gather the ingredients. Need 2 chunks of crunch salt, 2 pods of plump bean, 2 bunches of king salt. Now, what did we need? I only have 58 medicinal leaves. I thought I had more than that. I have been making some stuff with it. Okay. We only have 1 green shard. Blue shard, red shard. So that's those. It was a king's leaf. I think I already had one. I do have one. No, I need 2? I don't remember. Plumpy beans. And salt. You got the leaf shit. That'll take a little bit. Okay. You. 2 perfect bunch of pickles. Let's get to pickling. You can't hand them all over all at once, you understand? Lovely. I already had the sand radish. Hey, I need sand radishes. Let's get pickling. Now for the final step. All I need to do is place Geodude on top of the pot. What? Can't you just get like... We've got a bunch of rocks right there that aren't doing anything. Why you gotta put this dude on there? He don't got nowhere to go or anything to do? What in the world? Gosh, Geodude changed shape. Is that evolution business I've heard people talk about? What about the pickles? Did the pickles evolve too? Oh my, this is twice as good as I expected. I'll call it twice spiced radish. It truly is a perfect pickle dish. Now, for Pokemon, there's no limits to what a cook can accomplish. Thank you so much for helping me. Tastes like rock feet. So delicious. Alright, I got your stuff. Yep, I got those. Here you go. Such beautiful shards. I'm sure these will work perfect. Now then, let me try and dye some. I can make anything into a beautiful dye if I cook it down in the trusty cauldron inside my shop. A color more beautiful than I ever imagined. And all thanks to you. I hope you enjoy the different looks that new colors bring to your outfits. Okay, let's take a look. What you got? Toxic. Don't like these. Already had these. Chartreuse. That's terrible. Headbands, handkerchief. I think these are new. Warm cap's not new. You know, we're about to go to a cold place, so maybe we should get a warm thing. Let's buy this. Alright. Snow jacket. I like that. I like that better. Let's get this one. Get these. Jelly bean. Oh. You missed Limo purchasing a licorice bean right off the bat today. Oh my god, that's another one. Oh, Jesus. Gross. Ugh. At least this one's not filled with licorice beans like the last one was. There doesn't seem to be that many in here. Snow boots, this is perfect. Oh yeah, now I remember why I didn't get any classes. They don't model the freaking earpieces. They're floating eyeglasses. This looks stupid. These are dumb. I don't want any eyewear. Howdy, Zach. How's it going? We're getting ready for winter. We're going to the winter place. There's a cherry bean. Alright. Anybody out here? New request way over there. Good morning. There's a pretty big German population here in Texas. I imagine there's some places where they do say things like Guten Tag and things like that. I'm telling you, Burmy is a Pokemon with a cloak made of leaves. No, Burmy cloaks are made of minerals like sand and rock. Quite sure of it. If it ain't covered in trash, it ain't a Burmy. This conversation is getting us nowhere. Are you both sure you've actually seen a Burmy before? It wasn't some other Pokemon? We might ask you the same thing. I've seen Burmy here in Hisui, and I've seen them back in my own region too. Guess what? They're all covered in garbage. Howdy, Fives. How's it going? You must have gotten confused somehow. Please, both of you, we're just repeating the same arguments over and over at this point. Hey, you're from the Survey Corps, aren't you? We could figure out which one of us is right pretty quick if someone brought us an actual Burmy. Catch one, come show us. Which is the real Burmy? Catch a Burmy to show. Okay. Covered in leaves, yep. I got leaf Burmies. There you go. That's Burmy, alright. It's similar, I'll grant you that. This must be a different species. I ain't buying it. This ain't a Burmy. Well, if the real deal can't convince these two, I guess we'll need to look at the fake Burmy, too. Did you catch both of the so-called Burmy that my companions here were talking about? You wanna look? Let's do this one first. Let's save the trash Burmy for later. Take a good look, both of you. This little one is the real Burmy. This looks pretty similar, but there's no way this is a Burmy. Gotta agree. Where's this trash at? Where's this garbage? Which do I consider to be the true Burmy? Can you carry on until you brought both the Burmy lookalikes? Sure. I don't know. They're all peg legs to me. Here's your garbage Burmy. Oh no, that's a Burmy. No mistake. I don't know about that. Dude, this Pokemon is no Burmy. Well, we've all seen each other suppose is real Burmy, but we're no closer to agreeing on anything. Nothing else for it. Let's head Professor... Oh. We have to talk to Professor Dumbhat. Once you complete Burmy's Pokedex entry, come back and show us what it's... Oh, I've completed it. We've completed it, alright. So that's how it is. It seems all our Burmy are indeed, well, Burmy, all three of them. So you're saying that Pokemon of the same species can come in forms as different as these? That's ridiculous. Guess that means we were all in the right. Looks like we wasted our breath arguing. Mind blown. Oh, I'm sorry I was so harsh to both of you. No, I'm just as much at fault. But really, this whole escapade has taught us a lot about Pokemon. Apologize for getting a little heated back there too, but it all turned out well in the end. Now, I also noticed that guy's name is Leaf, and her name is Dust, and that dude's name over there is Tarash. So they're all named after their preferred trashy Pokemons. There we go. I got some stuff I don't need. I'm feeling fired up to even learn more about Pokemon. Find any other curious ones, we'd love to hear about it. Perfect. Just perfect. One man's trash is another man's leaves. What do you got there? Cloths. I wonder what a starling would like. I wonder. Is there anything going on in here? No. Good. She's been wondering that for more than a year. Oh. What do you two want? So, we're to make for the Alabaster Islands. He doesn't look happy about it. That's right. I see. Of course, I'm all too aware of the injuries done to some of our own good people because of the frenzies of the other nobles. There seems little choice but to intervene. But this Avalugg out in the Alabaster Islands hasn't harmed a soul, as I hear. Does it really behoove us to go out of our way to subdue him? If Avalugg's as great and mighty as they say, he could very well cause avalanches. Avalanches don't require any Pokemon's help. They occur perfectly well on their own, you know. I confess, I still have my doubts whether we should even be getting involved in this case. No damage has been done so far. If we send you out there, we'll be putting you in danger. But if the Lord is suffering in its frenzy, like people say, then wouldn't it be kinder to quell it? There's simply so much we don't yet understand when it comes to the noble Pokemons. We don't know whether their frenzies truly are causing them to suffer, nor do we know why they enter these states in the first place, or if this is all connected somehow to the space-time rift. What is it, I wonder, that the commander hopes will come out of our quelling the nobles? Or indeed from surveying any of the Pokemon of this land? What is it he hopes to achieve? Yeah, you're right. We should all just give up. What did I learn in these conversations? I don't know. Absolutely nothing. Things I'm going to absolutely forget the second I'm out of the dialogue. The goal of my research is to help build a future where everyone gets along with Pokemon. Professor? Nothing to bother yourselves about. Doubtless I'm just being a silly sausage. Got a mission to carry out, then we will support you in it. The best support I can offer you now is another chance to practice your battle skills. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna kick your butt. I'm glad just to get the opportunity to battle. In fact, I've been able to grow so much as a Survey Corps member, and work together with Pikachu is due to you joining us. She's got 3 pokes. Oh. Oh no, I'm in so much trouble. Battle! Get moonblasted. Oh no. What a terrible thing. Oh. Oh. Kiss that Pikachu almost to death. Really? There's something so natural about getting my ass kicked. About your mission in the Icelands. Well, it'll be a challenge. Be careful out there. I'm going to stay here. You'll probably never see me again. As for me, I'll set off for the Icelands forthwith. Who you there, dude? Roll that garbage up. Alright. So we got our next area open. Let's go take a look. Yes. Howdy, killer. This is a green apple bean. My word, it's rather chilly here, isn't it? Glad to see you made it safe and sound. Very few venture to these Alabaster Islands. Apart from Tao Hua, leading the odd supply court excursion to gather materials. But the survey, of course, must go anywhere that Pokemon are found. From what I gather, Ice Peak Arena, where you'll find Avalugg, is rather far off, I'm afraid. Doubtless this mission to tackle Avalugg will be another dangerous. Very much danger. Learn all that you can from Irida and Adaman to try and keep yourself safe. Brisk out here, isn't it? Ah, she didn't put any clothes on. How aren't you freezing? Freezing? I'm practically sweating. This is bad. Just wait. There's nothing compared to where we're headed. You know, I'm beginning to think the problem between us isn't a Diamond Clan thing or a Pearl Clan thing. It's just a you and me thing. We'll never see eye to eye on anything, will we? I don't see how we could. As long as you and your clan cling to your vision of an almighty Sinnoh that reigns over time. Give my bluntness, but if such a being even does exist, there's certainly not almighty Sinnoh. Yes, believe what you want. Just tell us where we have to go. We're headed to see my teacher. He's only ever found in one place. At Whataburger. Which is... You're talking about the Garrett fellow, right? Where do we find him? At Avalugg Legacy, obviously. Where else but a great mass of ice could I have meant what I said? We'd be headed somewhere even colder? What? I lost track. Whataburger is a great place to be. Why? Yep, I'm ready to go. Sure, stomp off without me. This is why I can't stand people who only care about whether time is passing them by. See what Avalugg's Legacy. Take care. Good, they're gone. You know, there's monkeys here. Dude's sister's fine. Ooh, what's this? Of course it turned around just as soon as I threw it. Ooh, Killer's gonna be getting some Whataburger. We need these. Oh, it's more monkeys. You'd understand, Zach, if you'd ever had a Whataburger. You'd understand. Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to fight it. Oh, well, we're gonna kill it anyway. Kill it! We didn't kill it. Yeah, I saw you bought Dark Souls 3. That's exciting. It's dead. He's a cutie. Bergmite. Oh, there's another one. Stop coming towards me. Whatever. Thankfully, most vegetables are delicious just raw. Like corn. I actually like corn on the cob just straight out of the husk. I'd be fine with never cooking my corn ever. Mr. likes sweet potatoes raw. I also like raw bell peppers. Yeah, we used to grow corn too. Hello, rabbits. Oh, piggies. Did not want to get in the ball. This one is angry. One of those electro things over there. Why don't these just get in their balls? Just get in your ball and stay in the ball. Ooh, there's a cave. Heap of pig. AKA pile of swine. Alright, what's this about? I don't know. Oh, hello. What are you? Don't be mad. Don't get angry at me. Quit coming at me. Oh, what? Walk the other direction for a minute. Just get in the ball. Of course. Now he's mad. Nice try, buddy. Hey, you gotta play this game like I do. I bet you could get this game done in like just a couple hours. Well, maybe not a couple hours, but like sub 20 hours or so. Lucario. I remember seeing that. Ow. Oh, there's an alpha one. You like mushrooms? those light mushrooms. That noise. I got snowballs. Damn it. Come on, get in the ball. In the ball, I said. Fine. Got him. I refuse to get in the ball. Just get in the ball. Oh man, this place is killing my balls. I gotta go. Look, I don't got time to mess with you, okay? Something's mad at me. What is it? Oh, it's another one of these. Okay. Oh my god. Leave me alone. Trying to explore here. Oof. Oh. Yeah, you're mad at me, but I don't even care. Yeah. Just wish they'd leave me alone. Oh, purple thing. Purple. Another purple thing up there. What do snowballs do for me? Oh, I've been here, right? Yeah. Snowball fight would be fun. Ah, but there's purple stuff up here somewhere. Oops, slide, slide. Slide gently. Too far. I don't want to fight. I just want to catch. I just want to add things to my decks. Worry about beating things up later. Just looking for new pokes. Not you. What kind of water pokes we got? There's a lot of new pokes in this area. Can't reach that, I don't think. I need more. I need more blue balls. I've found a hole. I haven't gone into it yet. forget. This one, no, that's Mom. So, how do I get through these things? I forget. Oh, let's just throw a poke at it. Can you get through that? Yeah. Easy. I thought I had to use particular poke, but it doesn't matter. Who are you? When is Craig ever going to show up? That classic Craig, always late. Came to set up another base camp. I don't spy Craig from the construction corps. Told him to meet me near the base of the falls here in Alabaster Heights. And so where is he? He's not the type to usually get lost. I'm honestly a bit worried. Do me a favor. Could you find Craig for me? I'll think about it. Oh, Lake Acuity. I remember that. I remember. Acuity Lake. Really, it's just a tiny little... You don't need a Sneasler to get up that. What? I can't go any further. Okay. That's very lame. Oh god. That was close. I almost ended up with another satchel. Oh, that's a sand radish. You know, sand radishes that you find in the snow. Those sand radishes. Nope, not allowed up there either. All of this, you can't get there. Not for you. Hmm? Oh, gee. You're mad. Of course you're mad. Is that an alpha I'm hearing? An alpha wall. Maybe I'm just hearing stuff. All you overly aggressive pokes. Hello, who are you? The ones who may enter Snow Point Temple are those of the Pearl Clan and Sabi of the Diamond Clan, for some reason. Okay. Yeah. I wish them luck. Luck and happiness. Alright, can't go over there. Alright, there's Snow Point Temple. Let's go over here. Who are these people? These Pearl Clan people? Piggies! What'd you say? I don't make a what? I'm not making any traps. You know, the Pearl Clan might start moving to new areas if our clan gets bigger. If only the founders of our clan had met Almighty Sumo, somewhere a bit more safe or warm. Sure, many of us could have lived longer. They're whining because it's cold and they die. Purple stuff. Nobody here has anything of interest going on that I can tell. At least not yet. Just need to go check this out. And then maybe go explore a hole. The hole's probably where old Craig is. Craig seems like the type to fall into a hole and get himself lost. Oh, yeah, you're scary. Some of these fat cats. It's a trash peg leg. Oh, come on. Great. Please do try and get up the small incline. There's a hole. Let's go. What's this? Rock cover with ice. Touching it could make you freeze. No, we don't want to freeze. That would be bad. What's these things? Lame. Man, those things are hard to get. Especially since they want you to catch them without them seeing you. Where are you? Zeruba? Howdy, bird. Are we hunting fire types in the cave? Oh, jeez. Stop it. Are there fire types in the ice cave? I bet some fire types would be just fine and comfy in the ice cave. That's getting annoying. We poked around in the hole. Another purple thing. How's your day going, bird? I knew that was gonna hurt. I knew it. Are you mad? Are you mad? Oh, there's another purple thing over there. Okay. What works in this stone? I probably have to see a bunch of these jump out at me, don't I? Ooh, that hurt. Go bite. Stop biting. All right. Who's the new dude who doesn't want to wear proper clothing in the cold? That was a real slog. Fighting through those miserable icy winds to reach this desolate bit of nowhere. Well, done us. This gentleman is Evelyn's warden, my most honorable teacher, Garrick. So show some respect, jerk. Let's begin with some proper introductions. I'm Garrick. I serve as one of the Pro Clan's wardens. And you must be Lothar, right? Of the Galaxy team. That's me. Answer me this, would you? On what grounds do you come here seeking to quell Lord Avalok? People told me that blue on his chest isn't a tattoo, it's frostbite. And his eyebrows. And his actual hair. I was told, somebody told me to. This leads to my next question. What is wrong with him being frenzied? It could trouble others. Then I have another question, setting aside any orders. What is it your heart tells you to do? Quell his frenzy. Our mighty Lord of the Tundra, Avalok, has done nothing to trouble any person or Pokemon. Who cares? Sir, please try to keep your cool. For now, Avalok's causing no trouble, but aren't we also duty-bound to free our people from living in fear that such a colossal Pokemon might begin to wreak havoc at any moment? We are, but there's certainly some logic to that. But if that is what you hope to accomplish, we must judge whether this child is up to the task. Who cares about the grandstand? Let's get to fight. Let's do it. Fight. My muscular is as hard and unyielding as ice. Think you can break through? Well, I'm not fighting you. I'm fighting your Pokemon. Uh-oh. That's bad. Clefable's hurt too. That's not good. What shall we do? This. Yeah. Just stop biting me. And everything will be fine. That was a critical hit for apparently. I don't know what frostbite does. Outstanding. Tough as an iceberg, but you smashed me through and through. Suppose you all can get on with it now. This one's alright. Thanks. Some may still have their doubts about a stranger, but I'll vouch for it. And if you insist on quelling Avalok's frenzy, you'll want to claim some of that eternal ice. He likes to bring it to my lord's seat. Wait, you'll want to claim some of that eternal ice he likes and bring it to my lord's... Okay, got it. Reading comprehension. Eternal ice, is it? I bet you'll have to be able to fly, which means you need braviary. Long story short, you've got to seek out a young lady named Sabby. Sabby. Tell the long story long. You're not saving any time if we waste it puzzling out what you mean. Isn't Avalok one of the Pearl Clan's lords? It seems a bit odd for me to do the talk. But fine, listen up. This eternal ice stuff can be found on atop Avalok's legacy. Is Avalok's legacy Avalok's poop or something? But to get there, you'll need my clan's help. Not even Sneasler can climb this surface, let alone a person like you or me. You're gonna have to approach it by air, with braviary's help. Eric once managed to climb nearly to the top, I'll have you know. He says he made it to within 6 feet of the top. Might makes right, or at least height. And about Sabi, how do I put this? Even when she's not flying with Bravey, she's got her head in the clouds. You'll understand what you mean. Head towards Snow Point Temple, and you'll probably come across her sooner. What? Oh, never mind. She's here right now. You didn't hear me say that anything about head in the clouds, did you? My clairvoyance told me that I'd lead you on a chase. Can you reach me? I see what you mean about Sabi, but why would she be up there? Seems you better focus on pursuing Warden Sabi. Let me focus on my workout while I still can. Good job. Okay, I'm gonna go and talk to this kid up here, I guess. I mean, I've already been up here, so. Let me wake up this stupid horse. Hello. Hello, my name's Sabi. Nice to meet you. Same to you. I've heard about you. You're super talented, right? Bet you're gonna be fun to play with. Uh-oh. I know why you're here, too. You want Bravery's help so you can quell Avalok's frenzy, don't you? Well, you'll get it. If you can catch me first. We're gonna play tag. Let's go! Catch up to 7. Way over there? Holy cow. Let's make some balls. Why are there big holes here? Oh, because I used stuff to build things, right? Got it. Understood. Just gotta get up there. It's no problem. Okay, I found you. Now what? You did it! You made it all the way up here in this cold. Question, did you catch me? Or did I let myself get caught? Mm-hmm. Oh, and one more. Am I even really clairvoyant? What? No one could, but me could really know, right? Anyway, the challenge continues. Next stop to our merry chase is Snow Point. Real question is I'm really having fun playing with you, or am I bored? Howdy, Alter. How's it going? All the way over there. Oh, okay, good. I have a waypoint. That makes it easier. Slept like 11 hours. That sounds nice. I did not sleep like 11 hours. I slept like 6. Maybe that's why I'm tired a lot. I don't get a lot of sleep. Here we go. Found you again. Hi again. Nice having someone new out here to play with. Safety in numbers or something like that. Anyway. Nugget. I'm just in the way right now. Here's Snow Point Temple. What's this? Totally not a bot online. Thank you for the follow, question mark. A little more chasing left for you to do. Real question here is, am I really having? Okay, you've already asked that question. I heard what Warden Sabi said. If you have Warden Sabi's approval, then by all means do so. But be warned, those who cannot solve the temple's puzzles won't get very far. Hey, Thug Life, how's it going? Webcam, 5 minutes, there you go. I've heard that the trick is to pay attention to which way the stone statues are looking. I believe the statues have some sort of pattern in their chests, too. Jelly bean, let's see. It is a juicy pear bean. Looks like it's been a while since I've had one of those. Thank you for the tasty bean. Top floor. Do we have enough time to get this done? Probably. Alright, so it's puzzle time. That's my team. My team is designed to to perfect the Weird Deer decks as soon as possible. That weird guy had a pattern on his chest. I mean, he didn't move from that one spot, so maybe he was. Howdy, Zaya. Enjoy the lurk. Things are going well. Oh, I missed that. Yet again, my weird ear got drowsy too. Thank you for the shout out. One for altar. We could do one for Zaya while we're at it, too. Zaya. Sorry. Got it wrong. Zaya. Zaya. I'll never get it right. Sorry. Only 6 more strong moves. Faint traces of a rock pattern. Rock pattern. Wait, what was that? Ice pattern. Steel pattern. Rock, steel, ice. Uh-oh. Does this have to do with anything? Anything to do with me? Something on the other side there. There's a bat. The stone seems out of place. Did you miss anything? I don't know when you left, so how could I know if you missed it? Stone symbol. Steel. Three panels fitted into the door. Each panel has a pattern. Faint traces of words carved on the door as well. Whither the statues gaze. Which panel will you press first? What? This is ice, steel, and stone. That's when I was exploring the village. Well, we met Sabby and we beat up the naked man's pokes. And we explored a hole. What's the rock panel? Steel? Ice. I pressed the panel. Huh. It worked. Ice. Ice, stone, steel, whatever that is. Ice, stone, steel. Ice, stone, steel. Ice, ice, stone, steel, ice. Ice, stone, steel, ice. Wait. Wait. I lost track. It's ice, stone, steel, stone, ice. Ice, steel, stone. Ice, steel. Ice, stone, steel, stone, ice. I'm going to have to write it down. I can't remember it. Ice. Stone. Steel. Stone. Ice. Okay. Okay. So it's ice, stone, steel, stone, ice. God, it gets more complicated. I'm gonna start here. Ice, stone, ice, stone, ice. Steel. Stone. Ice, stone. Ice. Steel. Stone. Ice. Stone. Ice. Steel. Stone. I've missed something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one here. Got totally missed this one. Steel. Starting with steel. Moving on to ice. Give it a little rock. A little bit more ice. Some more steel. One final stone. Uh-oh. Ah, man, I hate the trajectories these things take when you throw things. It certainly doesn't look like it's going to hit a wall, but it does every time. Have I seen any empathy? I just caught one a moment ago. I found you, Teehee. Guess I've been caught, so we're nearly done. That's not fun. Remember my clairvoyance? It showed me something else. I saw you flying a braviary. Do you think that'll come to pass? Sure it does. That's the way I am. Well, however the future turns out, flying a braviary isn't easy. You want to be able to fly high in the sky? Prove to me you're strong enough. Yep, let's do it. Get ready. Here comes 3 popes. No, I'm not going to beat up a child. I'm going to beat up a child's friends. Maybe. Oh, poison is not good. Let's get you first. Welcome back, Zach. Thunder punch. That's fine. That didn't hurt. Oof. That must have hurt. Battle decided. Howdy, Marty. Well, you caught us and you beat us. You won all our games so far. Bravery still wants to get to know you even better. Up to the roof we go. To the roof. It's going all right. We're trying to get this done before we have to go. Leave. Oh, man. Thank you, Bird, for the shout out. Rock. All right, Braviary. Why not test out Lothar's strength for yourself? Yay, more fights. Roost. What a great move to start with. I am going to take a real quick break. I'll be right back. Back. Alright. Nugget is making heavy demands over here, but she'll just have to wait. It's only about 10 more minutes. Lame. Get you out of here. Oh, that was easy. Just get a level 80 Pokemon out there, that will take care of it. Can't believe Braviary lost. That's that. Thanks for playing with me. Guess I'll have the helm now. Bye. Hey. I was kidding. Oh, good joke. Play along with me on your flute. Do it. It's not a flute. It's just a pipe. There's not even any holes in it. It actually may just be an inanimate rod. Oh, he opened his heart and learned well the sound of my blowing on a steel rod. I received a Skype. Thanks, Savvy. Hey, you're not allowed in here. Sure, having Lo-Fi fly around with should be fun for you. Yeah, I'm glad. A world where people and Pokemon live together and blah, 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 blah. Why do you think the lightning that comes from the rift would cause these frenzies? Do you think this is Almighty Sinnoh's anger? Or do you think this is a trial that's put to us? This is a trial. I bet there's none of that. If we prove ourselves worthy and we quell the last noble, then the rift really ought to close, right? Even if the one who seems to be clearing this trial is a newcomer like you, not one of us. Been living here in Hisui for ages now. How come you're playing all wise? Thought you weren't a big thinker. Hush, I can feel history on the move. As far as I can see, one ushering in this new era is you. So if I stick with you, I might get to meet Almighty Sinnoh himself. Maybe. Does listening to Adamant fascinate you or bore you to tears? It's pretty boring. Anyway, it's time for you to go soar with the bird. If you jump from way up here, Braviary can take you gliding just about anywhere. Don't forget the internal eyes. That's why you needed Braviary in the first place, right? Who knows? Who knows what's going on? This could all mean anything. I'll get a feel for flying. When you're done soaring the skies and want to land, just ask him to die. Okay. Fly up in the sky and explore the different areas assumed from the air. The summon brave area using the plus button wherever you move. Also press the A button if you're falling from some height to summon a flash. So easy. I don't need any of those other Pokemons anymore. We're figuring it all out. Mate. Yeah, gimme. Excuse me, my Pokemon deity phone is ringing. Apparently, I'll talk to him later. Type of ice, beloved of the Lord of the Tundra, Evelyn. This ice is said to be fragments of ancient Evelyn that lived long ago. Okay, how'd you get up here? At last, this summit is conquered. And I see you made it too. I flew down to this place and obtained the eternal ice digit. What drives that burning zeal of yours, I wonder? I don't know. I just want to catch Pokemon. I gave him the eternal ice. Why? He doesn't deserve it. I do have to respect the effort you put in. I may still have my own doubts weighing on my mind, but I will make the necessary preps so that you can face my Lord Avalon, meet at Ice Peak Arena next week. Don't try to repeat the wondrous feat you're about to see me perform. A tall leap like this can only be managed by highly toned bodies like mine. Till next we meet. Why has everybody got such huge egos? Next time. Alright. Okay, we got a lot done today, story-wise. Unintentionally, kind of. Next time, we'll probably run over there and take care of this final thing. See what sort of story remains after that. $203 pokes registered. I don't know. How many are there total? Oof. I figure I'll just go ahead and maybe finish up the story. And then we can just concentrate full time on our real mission. Perfect. Our real mission, which is perfecting this dex. I just want to go over here. Oh, 40 pokes, holy crap. So many pokes. We filled up all the space we took All that space we freed up, we filled it up. All right. $240 is the max number, plus 2 if you have save data of Sword, Shield, and Diamond Pearl. I should have save data for those. Maybe? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Maybe I might have to download the save data for all that. We'll see. But I've definitely played both of those. Alright. Let's go hang out with my friend and yours. The altar. And then I gotta go and hang out with my friends, I guess. Alright, everybody. Take it easy. I'll see y'all in the morning for some Zelda. And then we'll be hanging out with Marty with some Phasmo, I assume. Until then, take it easy, everybody. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.